with everything that's happened so far in this qualifiers, it's definitely pointing in the other direction that Entity may just be able to continue their streak and get the clean sweep here. We'll find out. The game is beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hop you into the action as we find out if Entity can take this final game that they require to secure the spot at TI. A Secret are going to be able to trip them up and make them fight for it and prolong the series.
I was looking if there could be something with the lanes, but I think we'll just have default lanes from the two teams. There's a way where if you want to protect the DP a bit more, you could put the Jakiro with him against the Chen, but I feel like they will not be doing that. They will not be doing that. I think they will secure Pure's early game with the SF laning with the Jakiro. As for now, we have Entity with a very late 5-man smoke, which is pretty interesting. It's going to allow them to go deeper into the woods here.
30 seconds to battle.
And they do already have this ward down Secret, so they'll be fully aware of Entity's attempts to make the moves around here. And they will just be outside of range there of that D ward. Didn't quite grab the vision. And as you say, you know, we've had 2 games where Pure has been set up with a very, very good laning situation. Is this going to be another one of them, or is there a chance the Secret can slow him down this time at the beginning of his game?
I feel like he's going to have a good game again, at least for the first few minutes. He should. I would say there is definitely some surprise factor in this game because he has an Exort Invoker mid who should be doing okay. So that could actually be the difference maker in the top lane. And maybe if Zayas gets a couple levels, let's say he gets level 3, because that's what he's going to need now to have Avatos. There's some play potential on the SF. I would expect Pure to have a very good early game, unless he falls to 1 or 2 surprise Sunstrike kills.
Actually, straight up aggression here from the 2 of them. Just running down Resolution and getting the kill as well. Pure first blood as the Razors do the job. And Rezo gets taken down. He's actually going to be able to turn over towards Zayas as well. Has only got the mana for 1 raise, so won't bother throwing it out for yet. But yeah, this top lane not off to a bad start at all here for Entity with that first blood.
Yep, not at all. You're playing 2 heroes that will use all their mana. They secure first blood, and Pure instantly buys the Ring of Basilius for him and Fishman, which is going to be great, not only in the lane for him, but for his ally and for him throughout the game as well. So I really like what they did there. And especially when you skill tree throw level 1, you do not want to like lose the lane straight up. You're skilling this spell on Tiny literally to help you in the lane a little bit, as opposed to pulling waves. So a little bit of a misstep. Nice punish by Entity there.
It feels like a very terrifying lane and wave to step up to at all if you're Secret. The way that Pure maintains his position. As you say, we'll now have that constant flow of mana coming in with the ring. So much more ability to spam out against Rezo and Zayas, the 2 melees that will continue to suffer in this matchup.
At least what's good for Secret is, well, it is to be expected for you to lose this lane. You know, of course, giving away a kill is never great, but it does happen. Secret should be aiming to do well in the mid lane, which Nisha, I wouldn't expect anything else from him. And then bottom lane, Bloodseeker Chen, they should be slightly winning bottom too. So maybe with some momentum there, you can turn stuff around later, as we have a nice toss back up top just to get some damage on Pure. Maybe not just some damage.
Fishman's going to be here. Pure has got the stick charge. Will manage to step far enough back south of the ready as well. So Pure's more than fine. Also have the wave pushing into him, so a good attempt there from some Resolution to bring him down low, but at the end of it all, Pure won't care too much.
Yeah, overall, nice play by Secret. Anytime you get to go for a play like this, especially when you have Bloodseeker in your team, it will help his lane, at least indirectly a little bit, give him some more move speed around. Also, if they can do this a little bit over and over to get people low, it will give them Sunstrike opportunities, as we have another toss back by Zayas up top.
Got to be a bit careful now. These are level 2 raises. That will certainly hurt. Zayat's very far at the ready. Sure, he does want to dive in, and he steps in. Gets in range for that close range raise to finish off another kill in this top lane.
They're just playing their heroes very well. I feel like they're staggering their spells nicely. They keep chasing with the slows when they can. And for Secret, I think Zaya's just going to return to this top lane, get closer to your level 3. Because, yeah, you have received these deaths and so on, but Pure, at least for the time being, he's out of resources. He's kind of in the HP threshold where he can definitely die to a spell combo plus Sunstrike. So it's not like this lane is completely over. You still have things to play for. Say toss back Fisherman for the 800th time.
So if they can finish him off this time. And both Fishman and Pure are very low. Always in situations where spells were already used and Secret nothing else to quite finish off the attempts at a kill.
Yeah, they're definitely missing this avalanche at this point, but Zayat will be able to get it in a moment. Bottom lane, Toby. Nice body blocks.
Nice bit of blocks here from Puppey. But now in return, Kataomi will be able to block off Chrysalis. Make sure that he can't chase down the kill. Still nobody to fall on the side of Entity in this opening few minutes.
A lot of action, at least for now, in this game, especially coming from the top lane. Mid lane, again, just like most of the other mid lanes we've seen so far. More so on the chill side. They're just going to farm. Visage is going to be happy if he gets to level 6 the best he can. He's definitely not supposed to ever kill the Invoker or outfarm him in any shape or form. So, of course, Nisha for now is winning this lane. Stormstormer trying to hold on the best he can. He will hit 6 in about a minute or so, which is an okay timing.
Of course, it's early days, but top. Rezo has been slowed. The raises are coming in. The avalanche will be there in time. Stop Pure from having the chance of running down Rezo. Getting in range for another set of close range raises. Just incredibly hard for these two as Secret to step close.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard. If SF isn't already, like, if Pure isn't already harassed down a little bit, it's really hard for them to run up, especially if he has mana, which he does. He basically has mana for 3 raises at all times, so aggressing the top lane is pretty hard. Maybe Zaya should soon look to potentially look at mid if Nisha can create an opportunity where Stormstormer isn't on full HP. Maybe he can make plays there. Other than that, it's just gonna be a farming game for now. Try to get Rezo his levels, bait the SF out of position.
Let's him again try and make a move for Pure. Just even at this early point with the treads, extra bit of stats. It's just not the damage from these two to kill this SF. Fishman got a bit of a setup with the slow, but it's too close to the tower. Pure doesn't want to dive. And elsewhere, definitely that mid lane. You know, you look towards Nisha if you're Secret. He's had games in the past where his Invoker has carried them above all. It's definitely going to have to be one of those. He's the one getting the hottest start at the moment in the lanes. Crystal's close behind him in terms of net worth that they're getting from the setup. We see bottom. Toby out just in time there. He gets threatened by the Blood Right.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They get to force him to TP out. Definitely good for Secret. Nice getaway by Toby at the same time. Now, when you are Invoker like this, you would love to have any sort of Sunstrike plays on your side lanes, but it's not too easy, right? Your safe lane, your Chen Bloodseeker, they don't really set it up all too well. Your top lane is struggling, to say the least. That's a nice way of putting it. And this mid hero Visage, he's at full HP for now, so it's also not the easiest play to go for. So I feel like right now the game could feel a little awkward for Secret, at least for the next 1 or 2 minutes until Puppey gets some more levels or creeps and Pango gets his role. I think that's when they can really start to combine their heroes together in a more nicer manner than right now.
Let's see what they can get done around this mid lane. Zayats will step up. I mean, 3 heroes ready to deal with him. Puppey TP's over, but Zayats, he's already dead in the river. Maybe they can get the next assassin in return. Kataomi pops the Fairy Fire. That's enough to save him. He's out of there. Nisha just ends up getting focused down by Stormstormer and the Familiars. His whole move results in a double kill for Stormstormer on the Visage.
Yeah, Zayas was trying to run around the side, get a D-ward off, but Fishman came over mid to go and help with the active rune. Stormstormer, now that he's such high level, it's very hard to get out of these, you know, slows from the Visage into Jakiro. Also, Kataomi came by with a Carapace, very nicely done by him. As my Dota has crashed.
Oh.
Luckily, I can still see the feed. Well, luckily, it's only me and not the player, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Everybody's still in for now.
We're good then.
Repent.
Now Pierre has got his full Mask of Madness done. The farm is going to continue to ramp up from him. Mid lane, Stormstormer applying the pressure. Having the backup of both of his supports. Secret also
Radiant's
in turn
middle
bringing up
tower
their
is
supports
under
towards
attack.
the mid. Don't want to allow Entity to get too much early damage onto this tower.
I guess Secret will just bring over some of the heroes, maybe a puppy to try and come and defend. But a straight up fight, Secret can't really fight back. So both teams are gonna look to just... Entity are gonna look to poke very safely, whereas Secret will look to defend somewhat safely, because Secret don't really have a great way of fighting back, unless we have an Ava into toss.
Right, toss back onto Fishman.
Rezo being here too.
Definitely get Jakiro. Still like they'll quite be able to chase for more. Rezo does have the Rolling Thunder at the ready, so Entity won't want to pick a fight into this.
But that's a very nice grab with the Ava toss back. I think there was no real way of making a play there otherwise, so good job by them. They get to hold the tower, get themselves a bonus kill. The active rune bottom. In this game, the teams don't really care too much about the active runes, right? You don't have any spirits, you don't have any bottle users. Pure is currently farming his way back for jungle, so Rezo is going to make his way back top and look to just be ready again to perhaps, you know, respond to the next play around the map. That's at least one of the very nice things with Pango against heroes like Visage and DP, is that Pango loves to fight at his towers, right? And heroes like Visage, DP, they naturally want to go there and push your tower. So this is where we're probably going to see a lot of the impact from Pango, at least later, when Entity are going to continue to run at these towers.
Secret, got the two of them up top. Maybe looking for a chance to get aggressive with the ult. Rezo. Hard to do with just the two of them though. And this close to the tower. Entity more than likely able to set up in response. As both carries getting some good space. Pure still with the lead in net worth, but Chrysalis not too far behind. Over on his half of the map, getting a lot of space down here in the safe lane. Mid tower though, back to taking quite a beating from this push from Entity. Secret once more attempting to slow this down. Of course, they themselves yet to be able to deal any damage whatsoever to Entity's own tier 1. So quite the difference between the pressure that Entity have been able to apply from their half of the map here around this mid area.
Yeah, eventually this mid tower will fall for Secret side. They're currently doing a very good job at defending it. You can see that Zayas has basically been in this area for the last while. Same with Nisha, of course, you want to protect your mid tower at all costs. So unless Entity kind of baits Secret's heroes away, I think you won't really be able to get the tower, at least like this. So here we see Entity again. Similar scenario to some of the other games where Pure, he farms a safe lane for a long time, then goes into the off lane, and then eventually they smoke there to try and just help take over the map, potentially find Chrysalis, who's farming for now.
Not quite able to get the toss back there on mid. See them indeed look towards him, and he is very, very dead there. The three of them find him on his own. So whilst both carries have been having complete free farm, Pure continuing to build the gap there between them, especially off the back of getting involved on the direct kill against his opposing carry.
Good kill there by Entity. They force everyone to go mid, but now Secret looking for a little bit of a turn play on the bottom lane.
See what they can do. Rezo's got the opening onto Pure. Certainly just hangs back. The Requiem will be used to push back here. Pure, seeing if he can step in range to set any raises up, but won't be the case. They'll lose Fishman. Of course, Pure just going untouched. Did not have the damage or the means to set up for a play onto this SF at this stage.
Okay, so yet again, so what Entity did really well there earlier, so they forced all of Secret to like stay around mid, right, with the constant mid pressure. As soon as they realized, okay, Secret aren't leaving this area, the only way my Visage will take mid tower is if we go somewhere else. So not only do they abuse Secret stacking mid by smoking bottom and killing the carry, they also then force Secret to use some heroes on the bottom lane, which then also afterwards allowed Visage to take the mid tower. So Entity in the last 2 minutes definitely got a lot done on the map, and also Pure's item build, I like it a lot. It's gonna come, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand with why they picked this type of carry, the one who's gonna stand his ground later, even if he gets ruptured, even if there's a Pango rolling. Mask of Madness, Dragonlance into BKB, massive amount of damage, massive amount of lifesteal to fight into the rupture.
Once again, we're around this 14-minute mark. Not a huge amount of kills, 5-2, but Entity with the overall slight gold lead. It's a similar state of the game that we did have the first two of these series being. See if there's again a sign of things to come. It's top lane. Set up towards Puppey. See Nisha boxing over. Katomi continues to try and chase them out. That's the full
Here's
5
the
mana
roll,
secret
silence.
here. They'll look to turn this. They get the toss on towards Toby. Siphon's trying to keep him alive, but the damage is done. Secret will be able to strike, get the 2 kills. Maybe look for more as they'll pressure the tier 1 tower. Same time down bottom, Pure will find the trade. He takes down a tower on his own.
Well played by Secret. Coming in together with, you know, using their heroes together, playing their lineup very well. They go top, they counterplay. There was a great rupture into tossback from Xayah. It's got like half HP off the DP into some follow-up spells from Invoker. Nice roll by Rezo with a great silence by Chrysalis. And yeah, right now, if they go together and use their spells off of the back from Pango, their team fight is very good. And Rezo is rushing this Blink Dagger. He wants to make sure that Nisha and Chrysalis have all the space they need, as for now, they're eyeing Katomi in the mid lane. Entity TP'd a lot of the heroes into mid, and they want to retake their own jungle right now.
Still, though, with all this focus up top, Pure is just getting a ridiculous amount of space. I mean, you can see in the CS alone, well, 176 CS, 16 minutes in. Next up on the list is Chrysalis, but he's about 55 behind plus. You know, the distance between the amount that these carries are getting out of this map, it's looking pretty scary for Secret. You know, Pure, 600 gold, BKB is going to be done. He's going to be at that point that you talked about already, where he will be able to just stand there in the fights, and it's going to be incredibly hard for Secret to do much about him.
Yeah, not only that, he's gonna slap this Pango in his role. Like, that's also what you really don't like as Pango, when some dude just sits there during your role and starts whacking away at you, and Pure definitely will be able to do that. The one good thing for Secret is, at least for now, SF is the only really scary hero. DP is still a little bit away from his BKB, 1200 gold. Visage wants his Ags. I really like that Stormstormer opted to go for drums. Again, it allows him to be stronger as 4, and also once Pure does have this BKB, he makes him even stronger. I feel like they play towards these timings very well. As bottom, Xayah's looking for a play on Pure. Rainbow TPs.
Yeah, immediately.
Slightly missed toss.
Backups coming in for Pure. Zayas, who will go for the TP out in the trees, but Katomi's going to be able to find him with the angle of the stun.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they know how important it is to keep Pure alive there.
You can tell that they treat this man as their king for the right reasons. This man is a monster. You want to protect him. But even so, oh, they see Nisha on this observer.
Yeah, Katomi's able to step up and get the opening stun. Into the ice bar, follow-up silence. That's Nisha taken down, and Pure's going to be the one that steps over and gets the last hit on him. He was not ready for that at all there, Nisha. Just didn't expect Entity to make that move over towards him. And gets caught out.
Yeah, he must have even seen them run through this ward that Xayah's played in the bottom right corner of the map, but I guess he just didn't know they had this great high ground ward that Katomi placed earlier. They run over, they end up just, moving over, killing Nisha. Two kind of big kills for them. Nice job by Stormstormer to continue staying in the top lane meanwhile. And the next objective of this game is going to be the first Roche very soon. Chrysalis is going to have his BKB. He will feel ready to fight. Rezo has his Blink. He's getting close to the shard. So basically, a lot of the cores are finishing their timings, and both teams are strong enough to fight into each other. And that's very often where you see both teams play around Roche.
Times that we've seen Secret try and group up in maybe an attempt to go for Pure. He's always a step ahead. Well out of harm's way. Working on the butterfly next after the BKB. We'll see Fishman get caught. Zayat's able to get the catch. Sets up for Chrysalis to pick the kill up.
Blood is mine.
Pure is going for the butterfly build, which is going to help him a lot against Chrysalis, and it's going to help him to stand his ground and right-click. So I feel like Secret still have a couple of windows, even if he does go butterfly, because Secret have a lot of initiation with magic damage and a Sunstrike to follow. So like if Zayas gets to this Blink, which is still going to be a little bit away, it's 1,000 gold. But if they get a double initiation on the SF with like a roll into combo and Sunstrike, I could definitely see Pure still go down from full to zero. So even though the Shadow Fiend is getting very fat in this game at a tremendous rate of net worth, Secret will still have a good way of fighting into them if they identify what they have to do.
Kataomi has eyes on Rezo. He will need a +1 if they want to try for an attempt on him. And even if they do, he does have Chrysalis behind.
Radiant's bottom
See if
tower
Resolution's going to get tripped up. Here he is. Comes in with a shield crash, but Kataomi waiting in the shadows with the Spike Carapace. Sets up for them to be able to take down another kill. Entity starting to build up that scary bit of early gold lead. 8-5, 3k advantage.
Yep, level 2 Exo, double BKBs, Aghanim's Visage. This would be a great time for them to go Roche. And as I was saying, Secret are kind of ready to fight, but with your Pangolier being dead, even if he's the lowest net worth core in the game, he's your most valuable teamfight hero. So it's, again, the situation where Entity go Roche and your best bet is to not fight.
We have Aegis on Pure. Hitting once again ridiculous levels of farm at this early on in the game. I mean, yeah, if he wants to, of course, disassemble his Mask of Madness, it's only going to be about 300 gold off from having the completed Butterfly on top of the BKB and Dragon Launcher. 21 minutes in.
I was wondering if maybe he should squeeze in like a semi-HP item, like a Skadi or whatever, but I'm wrong. His build is by far the best. Every single item he's bought this game is perfect. He will split his Mask of Madness into Butterfly with the Aegis. They're very likely now looking to just get the lanes in a good position, and then towards like the 3 to 2 minute mark on the Aegis, run down a lane, and either, once again, same situation as in the last games. Run down a lane, you force it tier 2. If you see Secret will not fight you, you can already smoke the rest of your heroes and run at them on the map. Because, again, it's not as easy for Secret to fight. Now that they have Aegis, their kill condition of killing SF is gone. Sure, they can kill him once, but then when he respawns with Aegis, they will all die. So, change of plans. It's either split push or you kill his team.
We're grouping up around the tier 2 here. Secret, do they want to try and make him...
Nice, son.
My goodness, he's in with the angle. Gets the stun on the turn. There will be a tornado to stop the Familiars from finding the follow-up. With the Rob Tree out to Stormstormer, he looks to back away, but Resolution's able to jump forward with the Rolling Thunder. Sunstrike coming down onto Stormstormer, but now he's actually pushed out to the side. He could step away. He'll get out. Chrysalis will manage to bring down Fishman. Can he get more from this? He'll turn back in towards Stormstormer, trying to chase down this Visage here with the BKB. Will manage to finish him. So a couple of kills in this fight for Chrysalis. Overall, 3 dead on Entity. See them turn towards Toby, but he still has the BKB at the ready. So Secret able to find an angle that they're able to fight into Entity that time round and enable Chrysalis to stay on top of the targets, get the kills, and face no sort of return fire from Entity as a team.
Yeah, nice strike back there by Secret. Entity had a nice stun. Rezo in a bit of trouble. Does get silenced. Yeah, he's gone.
Dire's middle
All right, as quickly as they did find that fight, back to immediately losing a core.
Yeah, they really wanted this mid tower. As now Fishman leading the charge into the Radiant jungle.
Zayat, he's stepping in on this. It seems incredibly risky. I don't think there's any real fight for him to get started. He's only ended up going offering his life as well. Pure cleans up another 6-0-1.
Yeah, the reason why Secret could take the fight earlier was that Pure was still bottom. He was very far away from the initial fight, as we can see here. He has to TP mid. It was a good stun by Katomi, but his team isn't really that close by. And then Chrysalis, Alacrity, Rupture. He's chasing Stormstormer for days with a nice roll by Rezo.
Yeah, it did take him quite a bit of time to get the last few hits in onto Stormstormer, but was successful.
radiant structures are fortified.
See what they want to do about this here, Secret. They're losing their tier 2 in the mid to Pure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And so
Radiant's
considering
middle
to
tower has
go in, but it's just so tough. With the Aegis, still for a minute and a half.
Radiant's
the
bottom
BKB.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Entity
Radiant
making the swing
structures
across
are
the map.
fortified.
Get these tier 2s, and I mean, to sort of set up a fight around the tier 2s, is that something that Secret can do right now? Or where is the best place for Secret to look
Radiant's
for the
bottom
fight?
tower is fortified.
It would be great if what Secret want to do is to find a fight that
scanning.
takes Entity a little by surprise, where they're not super together. You want to either have a fight where SF gets like split in the fight, so you want to have like a split fight. Pango rolls on a few heroes, so you rupture someone else and you kill the rupture target. They can fight around tier 2s, of course they've just missed their timing, but I think right now if you're Secret, you need to wait on this Aegis. This is a DD Aegis top net worth Shadow Fiend. It's a board time, please. Fighting this man right now is scary.
I mean,
Unless you have some pulse back into roll, you shall not go for it.
He's going to look at for the setup of the side. He found us by Carapace on the resolution. Pure stepping up. The Tornado will hold back Pure for now. Zayat's dead. The supports will end up trading their lives. There's 20 seconds to this Aegis. Maybe still Secret can find a way to fight into this. He's stepping forward. This path won't quite catch them. Remember the rolling thunder. So able to find the opening stun on towards Pure. Turn starts to get the right clicks going in the way at the Pango. You see on the back lines, Toby's got him with the BKB and the Exorcism. Chrysalis is attempting to stay on top of him, but just doesn't have the movement speed to keep on top of the Death Prophet once the ult's out.
Honestly, pretty good fight for Secret. So currently, I would say that they're executing pretty well. They're using the Pango to like disrupt the back end of the fight. And if you're Entity, you need to put some emphasis on this Pango now. So when Rezo does this, it's better for Entity to stay as a ball. So like when this Pango rolls, don't let him create chaos for the rest of Secret to then kill you or bait you too deep. Because Toby, he ran in somewhat alone simply because Rezo is like in the back disrupting his whole team. So Toby won't have any backup there. So Secret right now doing a nice job, but killing this SF isn't getting much.
I mean, look
Now
at him.
he
It's
even has a Satanic.
26 minutes in. Pure's inventory continuing to look ridiculous for this early on in the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So oftentimes when you're in a game, even if one guy is very farmed, if you have the opportunity or a way of clutching him to death, aka to kill him from full to 0, then it doesn't matter so much. But in order to do that, the execution is quite high. I talked about it a bit before. It was way easier at that stage in the game. But you can potentially still do it now. It's 3000 HP with a potential Blood Rite into Rupture, Tiny and Pango combos with Sunstrike. It could work. It's hard to execute, so only if it really presents to you should you look for that play.
So if Secret can find that opportunity. Roshan still down for now. It's going to fall to a point where Secret, I don't imagine they'd avoid the fights unless they can be really sure that they're able to tackle Entity whilst they're split up across the map. And already we see some TPs coming back into this top half as Nisha is playing here on his own.
wants to really make use of this ward that they have, and also just to make sure that all the farm on the map that can be taken by them will go into their bank. So Nisha here, he's doing a good job. He also has Blink. If a smoke breaks, he has the sentry there. He should be able to always get out. And for now, if Secret don't have a clear way of fighting, or they don't see a clear way of how to do it, second Roche will force them to think about it or to take that fight, which will be soon.
See, they will look for the action before the Roche respawn. Smoke up and heading towards where they know that Secret's going to try and approach them from.
Dire are scared.
Starts to fight first. Zayat. Look for the jump in, but a few hits coming in and Zayat is gone. Rolling Thunder over the one kill. Plus the BKB destroys Resolution through the Rolling Thunder. Secret, they've just got to run away from this SF.
Yeah, okay. Rolling on the backline, unless it's on the SF, it will not work. I believe that he 3-shot the Pango, which happens in like 1 second. Yeah, because he has a Boots of Bearing on his Visage, which is going to pump in even more attack speed to him. So yeah, Roche is up, which... I mean, it's just going to be a free Roche, no? It will be.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think Secret's going to be able to pull anything together around this Roshan bit anytime soon. Team fight secured. They pick themselves up an Aegis on Pure. So, and honestly, not that Secret were really looking in any shape to even be able to kill him the once. Doing it twice is going to be incredibly tough now. Level 20, working on towards getting the Hurricane Pike, the crit done.
Even more damage with the level 20 talent here on Shadow Fiend, going for a Pike next. He also has a Titan Slither, so chain stunning this guy or wanting to kill him from full to 0. It was already hard before, maybe even impossible. Now it definitely is, so you cannot touch this hero on his own. And that is always a very scary position to be in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
The Basher done on Crystallis, so maybe a little bit of an extra chance to cause some sort of issue for Pure if he can stay on top of him in the team fights.
Basher is definitely going to help. I would say the next biggest timing in this game is when or if Crystallis gets to this MKB. It would allow him to potentially try to man-fight the SF. He wouldn't win it, but with some good bashes, he definitely can. And if Entity go high ground, I believe the only chance you have as Secret is to either A, slow it down with like Tornado, Death Blast, and Swashbuckles, or if Entity overcommit, you can try to look for a toss back, because fighting this SF in a fair way is what I'm gonna call it. You will lose every time. You need to like do some illegal stuff like tossing him behind your racks and stuff like this to ultimately end up winning a fight against him.
Secret very much just sitting back right now, waiting for Entity to come to them.
I don't want to watch Rezo get 3-shot again, please.
Should say, like, he's going to try.
He has more armor this time, at least.
I mean, he sort of rolls in, sees Pure, and he rolls out. Pure sort of gives him a wave. As he knows the Rezo is going to have no interest in getting anywhere close to this SF.
Puppy worked so hard for these creeps, man. He just kills them. Just like that. 2 swings, Wolf gone.
Regeneration.
Just waiting in the base against Secret. Not a lot they can do out on the map right now. Entity taking over on all fronts. It's an 8k lead. Pure continuing to go untouched this game, 7-0-3.
I mean, for now, Entity just using this Aegis to keep shutting down the map, slowly but surely build a higher lead in XP, map control, and gold. They're getting closer to their next item. Stormstormer, he's finishing up a AC, as in the little triangle we have Entity holding. Looks like Secret were maybe thinking about going in there. One thing I would like to comment on for Entity is that they're really good at buying a gem and giving it to the right hero. I feel like Stormstormer, nearly in every game, he holds a gem on Bat or Visage as mid lane. We might have the legal gameplay coming out. SF has no BKB.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, good silence. Nice execution there by them. The illegal gameplay coming out to help them with their fight. Tossing Pure in all the way into the base. They do get themselves the Aegis, 2 BKB usages, and 2 support kills.
Name your refugees.
Stormstormer's also looking for more in his Ags form. Being the speedy bird with his gem, just trying to get some more map controls.
See what they can do with the smoke here, Secret. They got the jump ready, Rezo. He's looking to get in over towards Toby. They close the gap, and straight away, Toby getting first very, very low. BKB, of course, still on cooldown. No way to save himself. Secret find an opening.
Nicely done by them, abusing the, the prior fight. Even if you didn't get to kill the BKB, even if you didn't get to kill the Death Prophet in the base defense, he TP'd out, but his BKB is on cooldown. You smoke, you find him. Nice job by them. Secret definitely coming very nicely back into this game. Rezo with some good item progression after he died at one time to Pure, bought a plate mail. Now he finished up the Ags, so he's going to be more tanky. And Crystallis, he is getting closer to this MKB.
Maybe with that, see how much of a difference that makes for Pure's survivability in these fights. How much Crystallis could do. Secret, they're ready to look to go again. Here is 5 in the jungle that takes back the outpost. Entity are close. Good look for a fight here. See if Zayats can get the toss back. Already got eyes on him to find Zayats in the trees. Zayats heavily pressured here by Stormstormer and the Familiars as they'll chase him down, set up with the stun. We'll see Rezo roll across them. Managed to get the opening onto Pure. Pure
Rupture.
Getting burst down pretty low, but he'll put the BKB, start to lifesteal back up as he turns towards Rezo. Secret, they'll be happy with sort of baiting out the BKB. They'll take that as a chance to TP out to safety. They bail on the fight. They won't lose anyone though, Secret.
Not bad, not bad. Secret are definitely doing the right things right now. They're poking more and more into the right direction. They're putting the SF already in this territory where he has to be scared, and I believe that Crystallis he's queuing up the perfect items. We already talked about the MKB, and then there's going to be the Blink next. If they can connect their initiations with the Rupture and then the Blink on top of Pure, if you get to take him out, he's everything for the Dire lineup, and they don't really have saves. There's no Omni Knight this time around with a Grace or a Guardian Angel, so Entity definitely want to keep up the tempo that they have in the game right now, and I believe the third row is just going to be the real turning point in this game.
See that? Potentially coming up soon. 30 seconds. We'll see how long the spawn time they'll be on the Roshan. Secret, without a doubt, wanting to get themselves in position to make sure that this doesn't go freely into the hands of Entity. We'll see if they'll be able to set up in time. Maybe even find an opportunity for a fight beforehand.
Secret need to pray for a longer Roshan respawn here so that Crystallis can finish his MKB before this fight is forced upon them.
He's very close.
All right, that's a good one. Can't ask for a much longer Roche respawn than 2 minutes 50.
Until that's back in, I mean, can Secret try and get into entities half the map? And you imagine they'll just continue to try and hold around this triangle.
Oh, I feel like right now it's a really tough ask. You need to go to the lane that entity is the furthest away from. So basically that will be the bottom lane at this point, because both teams will kind of camp Secret are gonna camp their triangle, entity are gonna camp their jungle around Roche. And then both teams, I think, at most can send one hero bottom. For Radiant, that will be Invoker. He's the most mobile one with the boost of travel and Force Spirits. And you can see Entity already doing the same. I feel like Secret need to be very careful with how far they step up into the Dire jungle.
Both teams know that the next fight, despite Entity having this 10k lead, Secret have shown that whilst behind, they have got the means to pick apart members of Entity. They'd be done on Crystalis.
They can find Pure with one jump into an Alacrity, Bloodseeker, and a bonus stun. He will die. That is their only condition to win. It's the only thing they should be playing for. Whereas Entity, on the flip side, they want to deny this from happening. Put other people in the front, show heroes, cancel Blink Daggers, save buybacks on your supports, and make sure that Pure is maybe toying with them so that Secret think they can do it, but he's in a good enough position to maybe pop his BKB or Satanic. $50 seconds for the second Roche. Third Roche.
Who's gonna jump? Can Zayats find the toss back? Not be easy to try and step in and grab someone. Pure now. She's being fired up with the Lincoln's buff. Toby has ready to offer him. Stormstorm is starting to try and scout things out here.
This Lincoln's could be the difference maker in this game. It's a very good item from Toby. If he can put it on his SF at a clutch time, that would be huge.
So ready to jump. But at the same time, Entity, they're so ready for this sort of move to be made against them. They know exactly how Secret want to try and tackle them in the team fight. Now prepared and getting further answers to items to respond to them with the hexes now. Done here for Secret though, so an extra bit of catch potential. Coming out from Nisha. See here the jump Zayats has gone in, but immediately the silence is there. Zayats goes down. We'll see Resin try and roll over towards the SF. Taking a pretty big shield crash off. They're blocking a lot of damage. Crystalis is in on top of Pure. Pure trying to stand his ground. Beating back into Crystalis. The flashes are coming in, but Pure will be able to outright click him. As that's Crystalis down. Entity, they'll chase on for more. Stormstormer cleaning up Puppey. As it's a triple kill for him. Entity, they will take the team fight. Secret, they did their best to get on top of the SF, but they just didn't have enough to tackle him, even with Crystalis right on top of him.
Just not quite enough. Zaya's dying first. Entity supports having their buybacks ready. They die, but they just come straight back up. Third Roche, Aegis goes into the hands of SF, and now Entity again with a huge gold lead. Currently TPing bottom because they're eyeing Nisha. Just want to stop him from pushing out the lane, and Pure, he makes the call. He makes the ping to mid. He wants to go up high ground.
I mean, he knows how strong he is, especially with the Aegis. What can they do to stop this man here at this stage? I mean, 30 seconds, no Crystalis. Creep wave coming in again very, very shortly, so the backdoor protection will fall. Secret try and do her on the defense. Already out to the side. Nisha. I believe he was trying to grab the creep wave, but he will die for that one, and he's short of the money for buyback. That was
yeah.
I mean, what was he just trying to cut the creeps?
I guess so. He must be feeling very desperate to go for that play. Entity just instantly punishing him. Oh, toss back. Illegal gameplay.
It's under the tier 4s. Crystalis is on top of Pure. Pure, he's starting life steal up here with the Satanic go. Turns towards Crystalis. Can they even kill Pure the once? I don't know if they can. The Aegis, of course, on him. Even if he was to be threatened, they couldn't even force that out of him. Zayt's looking for another toss back. It's a little bit deeper this time. It will be the Aegis out of the hands of Pure. And they take him out here in round 2. He has got the refresher shard ready if he needs to be getting the Satanic, and he doesn't even need either of them. As he's back alive, takes out Crystallis. Now that's Crystallis also out without the money for buybacks. They don't have the buybacks here, Secret. Entity, they should have the space to close it, and they do. GG is called. Entity will be going straight to TI as they continue and finish their flawless streak here through the Western Europe qualifiers. They didn't drop a game. They looked insane right up until the end here, Kezu. Secret, with each of these games, they managed to last a little longer. First game was 23 minutes. Second game, 33 minutes. Third game, 43 minutes. But whatever happened, they just could never turn it around against Entity. I believe...